This 2011 Clone Wars set might be the most obscure ship LEGO has ever made a set for. Set 7930, the Bounty Hunter Assault Gunship, released on January 1st, 2011 and retired in December that year, 2012. This Bounty Hunter Assault Gunship is made for ages 8 to 14, features 389 pieces, and would have set you back $50 in 2011. Although today, it'll cost you closer to $200 for it if you want it sealed in the box, which there are a few of. The two episode sets from are a bit obscure. Its first appearance is Episode 17, Bounty Hunters, from Season 2 of the 2008 Clone Wars TV show.
On the contrary, it would be my pleasure.
Did you see it?
The one in the barn.
That's it. That's the ship in the barn that appears on screen for like 30 seconds total. In the episode, our ship, the Halo, belongs to Sugi and is only important in as much as the Jedi need a ship to get off planet. Most of the episode is about helping farmers fight off bandits, which Embo and Sugi contribute meaningfully towards. The second episode with the Halo sees them change its design significantly, and Sugi uses the ship to save and help Wookiees in Ahsoka Tano who fight a lizard or something. Looking at our minifig lineup, we've got Sugi, Aurra Sing, Elite, Assassin Droid, and Embo.
Nuevo, Aurra Sing, Embo, y Sugi.
No love for our boy Ass-Ass-Is Droid. Clanker hate has been around for decades, I tell yas. It's not a new thing. Aurra Sing and the Assassin Droid aren't even in the episode, but make it into the set anyways as usable Clone Wars era bounty hunters. Looking at the back of our factory sealed box, we see some cool play features. Our minifigures are demonstrating their equipment and have a Jedi Holocron, which also has nothing to do with any of these characters, but sure. We can see some of the swiveling motion that the set has, weapon rack and prison hold, as well as the landing motion in the cockpit. On the back, we have, from the Legends theme, the only Imperial V-Wing starfighter to ever be released, the Battle of Naboo droid carrier from the classic theme, more on this guy later, and the T6 Jedi Shuttle, which has the same piece count and released the same time as the Bounty Hunter Assault Ship, but costs $10 more because LEGO. So much of this LEGO Star Wars era is Clone Wars focused, and the splash art is no different, with a cool Captain Rex adorning both sides of the box. I think this is one of my all-time favorite splash arts, if I had to pick. Dude, this is such a unique set. My mom actually got me this as a birthday gift, and it came out of nowhere. I've just never heard anyone talk about this set or its minifigures before. I guess if you're a fan of the Clone Wars, this might have been on your radar, but I think it skipped a lot of people. LEGO instructions come pretty curled up a lot of the time, especially in older sets, but they'll eventually lie flat. They're still plugging the same survey on the back of the box for you to do, and our instructions contain some retired warnings, like not to build on unflat surfaces. Mind the surface you build these on, I suppose, and don't mix your bags together. They used to give you all of the minifigures at the very front of the bag and tell you how to build them, kind of. I think now they make it a lot easier by just showing you how exactly to put it together, each minifig in detail specifically, not just assassin droids. Flipping through, I had basically no problems with these instructions. If you do have a problem with these instructions, don't comment, because you're probably going to get me set to YouTube for kids. But who remembers the OG LEGO Club? With the mini games and the leveling system where you had to give apple pie to NPCs? That was so fire. This number at the bottom definitely does not work. And this is probably OG Ninjago too. In the $10 more but same piece count Ahsoka Shuttle, this image actually comes as a poster that you can hang on your wall. Maybe that's why it's $10 more, who can say? But it's got Obi-Wan and Shaak Ti, as well as the Halo chasing a T6, which never happens. These characters are all way more complex than any of this alone would leave you to be. I think it's just play suggestion. The poster is certainly better than nothing, but not worth an extra $10. Probably just include the poster in both of them for free, if it was up to me. Moving over to the right, we have just a bunch more sets advertised. We got set 7913 Clone Trooper Battle Tech featuring a Horn Company commander, 2 Bomb Squad troopers, and an ARF clone. I would kill to get this battle pack today. Set 7914 featuring literally just Mandalorians, probably the worst of that year's battle packs. I mean, whatever. Set 7915 our Imperial Starfighter, Mace Windu's Jedi Starfighter with some Staps, the big man himself, R8B7, and a cool tactical droid. This set is killer. Set 7869, the Battle of Geonosis. This set is such a classic. I wish I had this. I've actually filmed footage for a review of a massive knockoff proton cannon, but sadly it was missing quite a few pieces, so can't recommend this, even though it looks pretty cool. Next up, our instructions feature our overtitled set 7929 Battle of Naboo. I've actually got a whole review coming on droid troop transports because the most accessible one at the moment is a pick of 3 high-quality Amazon knockoffs, so subscribe if you want to see that 5-way comparison. Then we've got the BHAG in the old Ahsoka shuttle. Finally, we have more play features and minifigures on the back, and that does it for the rulebook. The sticker sheet will not be fully utilized because this is the only one of the set I'll have in my collection, and I think it looks so much better without all these main body stickers on it. I do, however, like the look of this little fellow, and so we'll be using him and the control console sticker. Anyways, stickers done for now. We got bags number 2, 1, and 3. And with the power of editing, we can jump to the finished build in 3, 2, 1! I recorded a whole speed build, in 4K no less, but honestly, I think we're just going to skip it for this video. The build was easy, and at one point it looked like a little bug. I also put the engines on backwards, so there's that. Sugi has a strong code of honor and leads a group of bounty hunters that changes between the show and LEGO canon. Fun fact, Sugi's minifigure was made before the Zabrak headpiece was designed, so her horns are printed on the front and the back. The dark red is supposed to be her vest, covered in tiny crescents. It looks like fish scales to me, and that's also supposed to be her skin on the top of her tank top, but the color simply doesn't match the rest of the tones. This happens when LEGO has to print a very light color on top of another one. The red was the base. She comes with 2 daggers and overall looks a little bit like an old lady to me. But put some respect on the name Sugi, because in the show she is pretty badass. However, if she wasn't such a cool part of the Clone Wars, I would understand why this would feel like an easy Worston set, even compared to something that isn't a true minifig like the dangerous elite assassin droid. Uses all black versions of the regular Droid pieces and appears in sets during 2009, 10, and 11. All of its elements match those of the silver assassin droid, and the black legs were unique to this figure until 2017, when they appeared in the Darth Vader's transformation on the DD-13 medical assistant droid. They haven't reappeared since, so this guy is kind of a clutch piece. He's specifically an IG-86 Sentinel droid. An extremely talented bounty hunter, Embo was once able to stand toe-to-toe with Anakin Skywalker. His head printing is vibrant and detailed. He looks like a menacing alien. I really love this minifigure, especially the printing for the gold breathing mask, which filters out moisture in the air. It's like a species thing. His ammo strap across the back and front of his chest look awesome, and his black epaulets have also appeared on the Hondo Anaka minifigure. Embo is known for his precise aim with the bowcaster or when throwing his shield weapon hybrid hat. After the Battle of Jakku, Embo received funding from the New Republic, but when it ran out, he lived as a farmer on Felucia. He also owned a pet Anuba named Merrick, and a saucer-shaped starship called the Guillotine. Very fun guy, this Embo. I would like to have dinner with Embo. I think he is a fine gentleman. I don't know what he eats, maybe sand or small rodents. It could be any of those things, but he seems nice enough. Nice enough that I would invite him into my home. Dressed in her only outfit, Aurra Sing comes with a long brown ponytail piece that plugs into the stud on her head. Her white arms and torso match the color toning throughout, unlike Sugi. Aurra Sing is responsible for Boba Fett's training after his dad gets windowed in episode 2. They have a major storyline. I don't think she ever encounters the Halo in the Clone Wars show. Pretty sure, spoilers, she isn't the nicest person in the show and has a pretty interesting arc with young Boba Fett. Other than the Clone Wars show, she's the most famous for being present on Tatooine in that one scene during Episode 1 where she watched the Boonta Eve Classic pod race during the Trade Federation's invasion of the planet Naboo. But you know Star Wars, every character can be a whole world. She's greatly expanded in the Clone Wars shows and comics and whatnot. Pausing right here, you can really see that these are some of the highest quality LEGO eyes I think we've ever gotten. I did not use my 4K setting here, but nonetheless, you can get the idea that these are some good looking minifigure eyes. Sugi's are excellent too, although that chest printing is rough. I think they get it right with Aurra Sing because they printed the orange over the white, where if Sugi it was the reverse, printing the white over the red. Looking at the full crew with the halo, I can say this is one of the more unique minifigure lineups LEGO has done. Embo and Aurra Sing absolutely steal the show, but Sugi, who might not have the flash of the latter, is perfect for anyone serious about Clone Wars world building or collecting every bounty hunter. I think you can tell a lot of stories with a lineup of 4 unique villains like this, so for me, this is a high-tier minifigure selection. But for now, we move on to the most important part of the set, in my opinion. The build. What am I actually getting for my time traveler's $50? The Halo is a pretty unique ship. Like I said before, it appears in a scant 2 episodes of the Clone Wars, episodes 217 Bounty Hunters, where Embo and Sugi are good guys, and episodes 317 Wookiee Hunt, where Embo and Sugi, well, Embo's not there, but Sugi's a good guy again. Generally, any place Sugi shows up, you can expect civilians to be protected. On top of the ship, we have a set of rear-facing dual laser cannons on its back. The latter was replaced by a quad rail thrower turret when Jas Emery, Sugi's niece, owned the ship during the Galactic Civil War. Its engines on the sides remind me of the Naboo Starfighter engines. They also have a similar structure, except instead of pointed pieces, the Halo has these stabilizing fins, which clip on a Technic piece to make up the front part of the engine. It does have some engine sag, unfortunately. I'm not sure exactly what you can do about that, but whatever. Most of the time you're going to be displaying it with the engines rotated down. I just have it set up like this to show the engine sag problem. The cockpit has room for 1 minifigure proper and nice detailing, as well as some weapon storage in the top hatch, which is a plus. We love when LEGO sets let you store your weapons. Every set that has weapons should have a proper place to store it. This happens a lot. The front of the ship falls off and you have to put it back on. That's pretty much the only flaw set-wise, as well as the engine sag, as I pointed out earlier. This box actually has the word lock written on it in the Star Wars alphabet, Aurebesh, which is a pretty cool feature, if you ask me. When you push the landing gear function, you reveal the lockbox, which actually comes off, of course, and contains a small, quote, brick-built holocron, most likely referencing the one Cad Bane steals in the Clone Wars episode, Holocron Heist. I think LEGO does this, just kind of throws stuff together, which is cool. It adds character to sets, but again, it has nothing to do with, like, any of the characters. I don't know why it's here, so we'll just put that back in. The engine rotating and landing feature is just one of the coolest things LEGO has done for a starship. I love how this moves in and out. Seriously, whoever came up with this set either cooked on the spot or came up with the perfect combo of like displayability and playability. Speaking of playability, we got a view of the jail area where you could put minifigures, hostile minifigures that the bounty hunters had captured. I really like this little feature. It makes the head of the ship feel a lot more lived in, a lot larger. Here's all the extras, the guns, some IG-86 arms, an extra dagger, as well as a broken tile piece, because yes, some LEGO bricks historically age worse than others. Brittle brown is one, but this might be gangrene green or something, because my 14-year-old brick simply snapped like a cheap popsicle stick. You can barely tell in the set, but in fact, this build is no longer mint condition.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
And that's it. Thank you so much for watching my first ever YouTube video and LEGO set review. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to subscribe below. Comment, do you own this set? Have you ever owned this set? Did you know about this set? Do you care about any of these characters? Did you make it this far in the video? If you did, I'll leave you a heart. All right, goodbye now. You take care. You do good. Goodbye.